Today is the biggest phase of polling in this election. Over 20 crore people from Assam, Bengal, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Puducherry will vote today. We'll be going across to our reporters. Sam joins us from Chennai and Sneha joins us from Kerala. Now, for Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, this is the first and only phase of polling. It's Assam's third and final, while Bengal still has 5 more phases to go. So a big day. It's the biggest phase in this entire election with the 4 states and with the 3 states and Puducherry. They're going for vote. Assam, Bengal, with 4 states and Puducherry going for a vote there. All 234 seats in Tamil Nadu, where the AIA, DMK and DMK traditionally reign supreme, vote in this single phase. The ruling AIA, DMK will contest 191 with 23 given to the PMK and only 20 for the BJP, while the DMK will contest 188 and its ally, the Congress, 25. And there in Kerala, you have Sridharan, who is also contesting this election for the BJP, casting his vote early this morning. Well, let's go across now to Sneha for more. And Sneha, it's the single day voting for Kerala today, and there we can see visuals of Sridharan. That was a surprise when Sridharan, joined the BJP, and he's casting his vote early this morning. Tell us more about this election. For the longest time, you've had the left combine, and then it goes to the Congress combine. However, this time the left hoping to hold on.
Well, Gargi, good morning to you and to our viewers. A big day in Kerala as voting has begun. And of course, as you mentioned, this is the first phase. Now, it's interesting in Kerala, 140 seats. It's always a revolving door policy. It's a left-led front, then a Congress-led front, alternates. But what is it going to be on the ground this time, especially with BJP trying to make its presence felt even more? Now, it was in 2016 that only 1 MLA is what the BJP got. This time it's aiming for more, though its rivals have claimed they're not going to get anything further. But let's just leave you also with these visuals. And as we saw E. Sridharan vote today, that's also of significance because that's one of the factors that BJP is trying to cash in with an 88-year-old E. Sridharan, who is much respected. So trying to get to more of its appeal. But this election primarily is also about the 2 fronts who are on a very crucial battle. Well, if you talk about the left front, it's of course its last bastion. The left front has been leading on several issues. One, some of the issues that it's put forward is its claims to development. 2, it's launched a counter-offensive on the central's probe agencies. So that being another. The leadership style of Pinarayi Vijayan, and he's literally been the front of all the campaigns, the face of all campaigns. On the other hand, the Congress-led front also raising allegations of corruption against the Chief Minister, claiming that, several of the schemes have been refurbished. That, of course, allegations from the Congress. But it's interesting, Gargi, because none really can afford a loss. One in terms of left, which is literally trying to come back to power, create history by doing so consecutively. Congress, on the other hand, if you see, Rahul Gandhi has been leading the campaigns aggressively in the state. Why? So what are the stakes? Why are the stakes so high? Rahul Gandhi is a parliamentarian from Kerala, from Wayanad, that being one. Secondly, in a state where Congress and the left have literally been alternating in power, Congress cannot afford a loss, especially with none of the South states really having a Congress-led government. Also in India, the manner in which it's just about 4 states or so. So high stakes here. And these are the visuals that have just started coming in from this polling station where we are, where Kummanam Rajshekharan, one of the candidates. It's a key contest in Nemam. And here is where Kummanam Rajshekharan is expected. We'll also get you other candidates like K. Muralidharan. And also, of course, V. Shivankutty of the left, K. Muralidharan of Congress. Nemam, why is it significant? It's the only seat of BJP in Kerala. It's also a challenge that the Congress and the CPM have taken, that they will not allow BJP to come back to power. BJP, of course, rubbishing those claims. Back to you, Gargi.
All right, Sneha, thanks so much for that. Well, let's now go across to Sam, and Tamil Nadu is voting today. Sam, this is the first election that Tamil Nadu is going for after Jayalalitha and Karunanidhi. Also, you have a surprise element in the mix with Kamal Hassan's party. Let's go across to Sam there. And Sam, you're in fact at the polling booth where Kamal Hassan will be coming to cast his vote.
That's right, Gargi. We come to you from the Mylapore Assembly constituency where actor, politician Kamal Hassan is expected any moment now. And at this polling booth, the Chennai Middle School polling has just begun, and you have a steady stream of voters coming in to cast their vote. And interestingly, this is the first election after the passing of two icons, both Jayalalitha and Karunanidhi, and also the first time new players like Eminem, actor turned politician Kamal Hassan's Eminem is in the fray. Also the first election after Sasikala was ousted and her nephew TTV Dinakaran has launched his party, the MMMK. So technically it's a five-cornered contest in Tamil Nadu. AIADMK, DMK, MNM, AMMK and actor or director Seeman's Naam Tamilar Katchi in the fray. But chiefly this is the contest also between EPS, Chief Minister EPS and MK Stalin, the DMK chief, who has been out of power for 10 years, and there's been competitive populism as well, with the ruling AIADMK promising free 6 cylinders every year, 1,500 rupees salary for housewives, and free tab with data for students. On the other hand, the DMK promises fuel price hike cut in terms of 5 rupees a litre, 4 rupees in the case of diesel, and also subsidized gas cylinder and monthly allowance of 1,000 rupees for housewives. Also, we have the AIADMK's promise of free washing machines, and the MNM promises up to 3,000 rupees in terms of allowance for women. Also, computers with internet to enable people access government schemes and things like that. We'll have to wait and watch what will be on the ground. But technically, in terms of key talking points, in terms of issues, the ruling AIADMK takes on the DMK, citing dynastic politics, and the DMK takes on the AIADMK on issues of corruption, and the MNM takes it on, again, the larger question of corruption and developing rural areas and villages.